Hello and welcome back to my small little library. In today's video I kind of want to do a little bit of a reset. I went into reading slump and yeah, my motivation has been really low for quite, well, like two and a half weeks I would say. And I hate that because for me reading is relaxing, and if I can't do one thing that relaxes me, I'm like a lot more stressed than I should be. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to, I don't know, just like talk about, show you what I do to reset and kind of like get back into reading again a little bit slower than before, because before I was like really like rushing through books, which I think might have like made it worse. But yeah, so first things first, I actually got ready this morning. That is something I normally do that every day, but for like the last few weeks, I have a really hard time getting ready in the morning. So yeah, it is a Sunday and it's incredibly warm here, so I didn't do much, but I at least, got my face ready, which is something I do really enjoy. I made my hair, well, I'm in comfy clothes, but it's nearly 30 degrees, so I think that's fine. But yeah, I got ready. First thing, getting a little bit into the groove of things. And then the next thing I do, or I already did it, but I didn't have time to film the clip before, but And the next thing I did then was clean this room. I have to say, I did hoover it. I didn't film that because, it's just loud, and I don't know, me hoovering pretty much isn't a bad figure. But yeah, so I cleared the room up, my reading room. I made sure it's clean and comfy so that when I want to sit down, I can actually relax and not like look at all of the stuff I need to sort out, or get rid of, sort through, and be stressed that I need to do other things. So the stuff that I cannot do right now, I put back into my storage room that I'm currently converting to be more of like a part of this room. So yeah, that is a work in progress, which I will show you on, you will see it in the vlogs, but yeah, so I put the things that I can't do anything about right now in there so I can sort them out later, but I don't have to look at them whilst I try to read and relax, So yeah, I'm gonna show you a little bit of the footage right now, just like, a basic cleanup, but I think sometimes we just need that motivation. I personally love watching cleaning videos, not that my footage is anything as professional as theirs, but so yeah, let's take a look at me cleaning this room up a little bit. So, after making sure my room is lovely and clean and invites to read again, next thing I do is pick out some books that I want to maybe possibly read other than my reading plans. I do make plans what I want to read at the beginning of each month. This month I did really bad planning. I am really not in the mood for a lot of the books that I picked, or I just didn't, like it was the wrong time, stuff like that. So to mitigate the problem of not wanting to read what I picked initially, I picked new books. But the first thing, and that is something that might be really personal to me, but for me that is really important, is to do a reread of one of my favorite books. It's just, if I know I absolutely love the book, I know it will get me back into the mood for reading, because I will be so happy reading the book that I want to read more books. So the one I picked this time around is one that I've read a few times so far, but not that often, and that is Coraline, because I absolutely love the book. I love the movie, and so yeah, I think this one will be perfect to get me back into reading and, read something I know I absolutely love in this really nice illustrated edition. It's illustrated by Chris Riddle, one of my favorite illustrators when it comes to books. And yeah, I'm actually already really looking forward to starting Coraline this evening. And yeah, that is what I want, And then I picked two books that are really different genre-wise from the books I picked to initially read this month, because I picked a lot of fantasy, but I feel like I kind of burned out on fantasy. So I thought about two books that I might want to read, and I will definitely try after finishing Coraline. So the first one is The Maze Runner. I know these haven't got the best reviews, but I kind of liked the film. I watched the first one, and I'm not really that interested to continue with the films, but I got me the trilogy secondhand, so I thought, why not, It's post-apocalyptic. Well, that's the thing I assume from the first movie. And so yeah, this is fantasy adjacent, but not fantasy, So I think this might be like a good book to get back into fantasy after the reset, but do it slowly, and without reading a fantasy. And then the second one I picked is Karen Slaughter. Fallen, it's one in her series, I love her books. I read two of them so far in German. I don't own them, they were ebooks, but I picked two up from her in like a used book lot. So I have Fallen and Genesis, and this one is a smaller one. And because I feel really daunted reading big books at the moment, I feel like I'm never gonna end. It will take so long to read them, and sometimes I just need smaller books. So yeah, I will try Fallen, which is a psychological thriller most likely. That is what most of her books are, and yeah, I really enjoy them. I'm a big true crime fan, I'm a big thriller fan, so yeah, we'll try and see how this is. But I think those two are good palate cleansers to kind of like, read something else, not force myself to go straight back into fantasy, but also not be like read something I don't have any interest in reading, So yeah, those are the books I will continue with. And the next thing, and pretty much the last thing I do when trying to reset, is not set myself a set time where I will start reading again. I might start tonight, I might start tomorrow, but I won't force it, I'm actually really in the mood to read Coraline, so I will probably start tonight. But I won't force myself, and I will give myself time, and if I don't read as much as I normally do, then that is that, and I won't be angry at myself. Sometimes I'm really bad with getting angry at myself for not reading at the pace I want to read, and yeah, not listening to my body and my mind and reading at the pace that I kind of like naturally would read, So yeah, this was a really, quick reset video of mine. Normally I would also buy a new book, but to be honest, first of all, it's Sunday today, I can't go out and buy a new book. And second thing is, I have so many unread books that I really cannot, yeah, I just can't, it would be a really dumb decision to buy new books, so I have so many well, new to me books that I haven't read yet, so I choose from that one. But I could totally understand if you would want to go buy book shopping, because sometimes you just need something you don't own, you know, or pick something up from the library. That would also be an option. Pick a new audiobook, you know, just like shuffle things up, make them more interesting. And to be honest, if all of that wouldn't be doing anything, then I would just not read for a few days, which I have done the last few days, which in my opinion is a good preparation for the reset, because you give yourself some space and some time away from the other books that you struggled with before. So yeah, that is what I did, you know. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this small little reset video. It's kind of good to get it out, you know, and yeah, I kind of feel inclined to start reading again now with Coraline, because that was a great book, you know. Start with a really good reread. That is, I think, the most important thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe leave a like, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!